Hey there, Libra, and welcome to your Abundance and Prosperity reading with me, Melissa Joy. Let's take a little moment to get centered into who we are, to maybe take a deep breath. Let this sweeten you up and cleanse and clear out all the dust, dirt, and debris that has been going on in and around and through your chart. Okay, so in the pre-shuffle, what I saw going on is fantabulous for you. It's really talking about March and April being months of success, and they're setting you up for lifelong success as well. But there was a thing of just kind of wanting to not deal with April yet. Even though April is where you begin to ascend and climb the ladder, that's the thing where it starts to take hold for the long term as well. March is going to come into the immediate shift, and that could have a lot to do with Pluto moving on out into Aquarius and taking away the constraints that have been on your finances, on your success, on your roots, therefore on your fruits. Okay, so you can see these cards sitting here. This is the background template of what is going on to the abundance and prosperity. They were showing me that what we're doing is clearing out old generational karma. Again, it's dealing with Pluto, because Pluto has about a 250-year cycle, and where it's at now is just after the formation of the United States here, where freedom was set up in order to be true to who you are as an individual. Okay, and that should contribute to the collective well-being of all. That when you get into self-government, self-control, your own business, the center of yourself, your golden self, it does away with the double vision. It does away with judgment. It gets all that muck cleared on out so that you see from your truth, from the guiding light. Okay, now Malkuth is sitting down here at the bottom talking about, ooh, let's take a look into your snow globe, into your dreams, since you do have all this abundance coming in. And no more playing small, my friend. And many of you were, let's do it. We just sweeping out your house of Pisces. We're sweeping it out because Pisces has had that old Neptunian energy, which could have been being subject to alcoholic parents, being an alcoholic yourself, drug addict, pity, low self-opinion, long-standing cycles, those type of things, not having reciprocation in your life, where living out one way but getting a whole different response back in return. Okay, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and get you your soul key, your soul card. Serendipity, merge with the flow. The key word here is merge. All right. Talking about it is coming together. What is that split? I'm not going to let you get by. Hex. Okay. There has been kind of like a chastity belt would have been used eons ago, where they keep you from procreating or connecting or any form of pleasure. This has been put over your mind. This is some dark humfuggery that has been locked down around your head, where you couldn't even see your truth. It has put you under a tremendous amount of pressure and has put you in many karmic relationships, Libra. So, hey, clearing that away right now, today. So here's your soul card that's coming in. It's 22. Ooh, divine relationship. Oh, Rinda. Honor your mystical creative force. So no longer the blood, sweat, and tears and hopes, dreams, and fears. You are turning away from that, making a move in the right direction, the direction of your truth, where it greens up, it alchemizes, and it all comes together. It's kind of like compost. It takes all those things, all those bits and pieces, the unused things, the forgotten things, the dismiss type of energy, and it brings it together into life. It nourishes the roots deep down, and having just come through winter, it really drives it down beneath the surface, and it's going to begin to show up in the vastness of the fruit that you have, as well as the immensity of it. Okay. Malkuth is like, get somebody on the phone. Get somebody on the phone. 5 of Pentacles. Things have been holed up for a while in heaven, but they are making their way to you now. And what I like, a lot of that, it's showing me is a return of your energy from places and investments, people, places, and things that didn't value or honor it quite well. 444, return into the perfection of your power. But I love that it's coming in cleansed. It's coming in purified, just like that compost. It ain't gonna be stinking, is what I am saying. Goodness. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw that. I sure didn't, but this whole clod fell out here. And it was under the palm of the honey badger there. Ace of Wands, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Kind of vacillating on yourself, draining your strength, testing your mettle, things putting you through the ringer is really what we're talking about here, and what has been putting you through the ringer. This is like, okay, it's going back to this. It has a lot to do with, we're going to call it illegal witchcraft. Okay, so if you're someone who practices witchcraft, I'm not using that word. I am talking about illegal, someone who does things against people's will. They do things against people. Anything that is of words and life is here to put out and spread forth life and bequeath life and put forth support. Because when we send things out in order to punish or to harm another, it actually reverberates off the wall and comes back on ourselves as well. But that hasn't been anything except the fact that you've also been the recipient of it here, friend. Okay, that's what's showing up in these ancient symbols under your feet, talking about defeat. This thing wanting to defeat you, and that can very much come under that Plutonian power, maybe the undergirding, the fear belly, that type of thing, that life lost its luster, it lost its shine, it lost its excitement, its pulse, and its heartbeat. And it seemed to be that you were under the power and control of something greater than yourself. So let's dive on into that. Oh, okay, that's what came out up under you, the devil or the jackalope. The difficulty here is authority. It's old people's authority. It could be like old superstitions and things like that that have hemmed you in and locked you in and you didn't even know it. It could be the passing down of rumors or suppositions or things like that. Somebody getting hot under the collar, and I am melting, so I've got to shed a layer, friends. But it had to do with diminishing your Jupiterian expansion, your luck, your blessing, your favor, that type of energy. Okay, friend. Let's get you untangled from the briars here, and let's pull that blindness off of you, that blindness of death. Okay, many of you were born under a veil of death. Okay, I know they talk about veiled babies. When it makes my nose itch, that is something else. Coming in through a veil. Never fully seeing or knowing who you are. And I can't say never, up to this point. Up to this point. So here, it's the question of, do I step forward and go through those Neptunian clouds and go through this cycle all over again? Or do I allow truth to rise up from the roots and come in to defend me and to overtake my world? So the little scary thing that I hear going on there, the quake and the shake, is the word overtake. You're like, I do not want to be overtaken. But I'm telling you, you've been overtaken by death for quite some time. You've been overtaken by ancient curses, rites, and rituals of blood magic, moon magic, things that were done against your will that did away with all pleasure and all power of your own. It clouded your authority so that you had no clarity. It's like going into the world blind, being blindsided. Not S-I-D-E-D, S-I-G-H-T-E-D. Blinded to your truth. Well, let's get you into the truth of who you are. Runes are like, we're going to step in and do that. Be prepared. Satisfaction is coming. Satisfaction is personal pleasure, friend. Things that are divine and specific to who you are in the very moment of your living every day. Because life is in the living. It's not in the past, and it's not in the future. It's in the now. All right, so let's see what the crumb fell on. Cooperation is essential for life. So here, that could be the thing that kind of like could put the twist in it and make your mind think that you are on the outs of this, of being able to get to where you want, because you're like, cooperation, well, this has been done against me. Every time I try, things don't seem to come together. But it's saying, hey, they want you to get in unison, in harmony with yourself. So by doing that means let's take off this hex. Let's take off this burden, this old mindset of these repeated patterns and cycles of feeling like things are always going to work out this way, that the proof continues to prove itself, the evidence is there, and it seems that there is no possible way of escaping this. Well, let's see. We got a pile over here, and what is being suggested by the badger here is, oh, they're like, turn it back over. Birth pains, test, unfounded fear, perseverance, slow in coming. So that is the thing, is the unfounded fear. All right. It has no foundation because it's not true to who you are. Those things that you have feared have offered their evidence to get you to believe them, because they need your belief, your invitation, in order to come in and make themselves evidenced. All right, they're requiring your body, your form. So when you dismiss them at the onset, well, the first rumblings, the first stirrings, the first quakings, it doesn't matter if you experienced it yesterday. It's talking about the moment you begin to experience it today or in the now, dismiss it and say, get out of here. I am blessed, not stressed. Get out of here. My life is full of pleasure and happiness and reciprocate relationships with life, nature, love, others, business, and myself. Whatever that is that flows freely from you. But do you see what I mean? It's taking charge, taking command. The moment it starts to press in on your mind, onto your collarbones, into your viscera, wherever it is that it starts to feel like it has a hand or a control. Okay? And if you pick up on it before then, when it just starts whispering in the wind and you start smelling that stanky fragrance that's like, oh, here we go again, be like, be gone, out of here. I abound in life, love, and truth. All right. My life is a life of pleasure. I'm here to enjoy my life, to find the beauty and the fruit of who I am. I appreciate who I am. Any of those things. Okay, friend? And that begins to fling the doors open wide and the gates even wider. So that's not just an internal liberation, it's an external one as well. It opens up the vista of life for you. It liberates you from the past and the future. 12-12, and it puts it in concentric order. I absolutely love that. So it begins to tune up the speed. The centrifuge, it's like when an ice skater spins, they pull tightly inward and the energy begins to fling off outward. It really gets things set in motion here for you, friends. And it creates this harmonic with nature, that the favor that has been in queue for you for a really long time starts finding its way to you quickly. And I'm telling you, the winds are changing out there rapidly. So the gates have to do with the world around you, being able to explore, to travel, to have the abundance that it takes to live generously. You've been living out of your soul for quite some time, okay? That's why it was looking like that, friend. Paying with your own blood, sweat, and tears, but it's time to move into the abundance, the fact that you have a garden, that you are home, that you are true in yourself. And that brings forward possessions and breakthrough. Fulfillment, mindfulness, reward, love shared. That doesn't mean two halves. That means plenty. When to stand up for yourself and to yourself, that means a balanced mind, no longer conditioned by the example of how you grew up. And then we have breakthrough coming in, the shift, the 180, extraordinary opportunity of a lifetime. That is what is really being honed in on here, along with this. Doors open wide, gates open wider. It's flinging open the blessing trucks, all right? They're like coming to your door near you, all right, friend? So you don't need to fret nor fear. You can go about your daily routine, your daily life, and it's going to come knock on your door, come find you. Blessings are chasing you down. No longer stresses, no longer all those other things. So that's why they're telling you to clear your mind the moment those suggestions show up, those pressures show up, because we need to keep your door cleared and your gates cleared, because the good stuff be coming. I don't know about you, but I'm doing a happy dance because this was your setup card that you brought in advance before the reading got turned on for you to see. So if you like all that, tap the like, share, and subscribe. They're free as always. Leave your comments and compliments. Check out any of the reads because you are the whole zodiac friend you find like wine. I love you, Libra. Bye.